Cuba, it's me. Welcome to episode 344 of the W.I.L.L.I.W show, which stands for Wrestling is Life. Life is Wrestling. Now, today I wanted to talk about proper audience etiquette. Now, I was at a show on the weekend, and Chelsea Green, or Laurel Von Ness, whatever you want to call her, she was wrestling a great match against Gazelle Shaw. And there was an incident. So that little punk Braden Austin said, you should make a video talking about that. And it's a great idea, so I'm going to. What is the proper way that audience members should react? Now, I'll tell you about the incident. Wade Buswell, one of the fans I interviewed on my show, he got a video of it, and basically he got the tail end of it. So during the match, they were having a great match. Lots of fans were really into this match, and there's like half of the audience is kids. Well, this one guy, I don't know if he had too many drinks or he's just a real, not a nice person. He kept chanting like stuff like "Take your clothes off, you're a stripper" and stuff like that. And Chelsea Green wasn't having it, and she went up and got in his face, and he retorted to her, and she dumped his beer on the ground, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get the Hell's Angels after you," and she's like, "I don't give a crap," or whatever. The video was not that long, but it's gone viral. It's on all the various different wrestling news sites out there, and it's just wrong. Okay, one, women are not sex objects. If they were in porn or something, or a stripper, okay. Now, and I get it. In the Attitude era, there was bra and panties matches. There was matches where the payoff was seeing boobs. But women are great superstars just like the men now. They are equals. There is no comparison. There are so many talented females out there, and they should be treated with respect and treated like performers they are, and athletes, because that's what they are. And they don't need to be heckled with that kind of stuff, especially when there's kids around. Like, seriously, there's so many little girls in the audience that look up to these people, and then this guy's gonna chant that stuff. Like, one, it's inappropriate. Two, it's not send a good message. What are all the little boys thinking? That girls, you should just tell girls to take their clothes off? It's just really disrespectful, and we never see that usually at that kind of a venue. But I guess when you bring in a star like Chelsea Green, you're gonna get a few more eyes on the product, and things like that will happen. But in general, okay, most of the shows now are family friendly. There's a lot of people that are bringing their kids to the shows because it's great entertainment, it's good versus evil, and if there is shows where there's inappropriate stuff, like Death Proof and No Limits Wrestling and a few others, it says on the poster 19 plus, intended for mature audiences. But the other shows, they advertise family friendly entertainment. The majority of them. I'm not going to go through every single promotion and what they do and what they don't do. But the majority of them are family friendly. There's not a lot of blood or violence. There's a chair or table here or there. And whether it's the girls or the guys. Now, the crowd are a huge part of the show. Don't get me wrong. The audience, we want noise from you. We love when you guys cheer and boo, and it's even okay sometimes when the fans go off script and take over the show. They are the show. I don't like when people go into business for themselves, though. Like, if you're chanting something and the crowd's not feeling it, give it a rest. Try and make it about the match. Like, try and add to the product, don't take away from it. Don't try and get the attention on you. I've seen a couple fans over the years where they want to make it about them and get all the eyes on them, and it's like, we're not paying to see you, or the audience is not paying to see you, they're paying to see the performers. And it's okay to have someone in the audience act like as a cheerleader, get the other fans into it, that's great. But don't try and get all the attention to you and go into business for yourself. It's just, you can't cross that line so much. And then, okay, there's some big moves and stuff like that, and I hate when they say like, fuck 'em up, or something like that, or like there's a big move and they do the holy shit chant. Like, they could do something just as good. It's just that wrestling fans throughout the world know that, and I know that the kid generation nowadays, they hear worse stuff probably on YouTube and stuff like that, but we as wrestlers and wrestling companies and wrestling fans, we don't need to stoop to that level. We can still be good. Like, can't there be a holy poop chant? Holy poop, or that was awesome, or like, is he dead? Is he dead? There's got to be something else. But yeah, so fans are a big part of the show, but please, you pay your ticket, yes, like everyone else. but everyone else is paid the same as you. So why do they have to deal with you? Like, I get it. I know they serve alcohol at a lot of these establishments and people get carried away. Sometimes they make a mistake. That's cool, but like, I think people know when they've taken it too far, and it's just really inappropriate, and I hope that this kind of stuff doesn't continuously happen. There's always going to be a few bad eggs that ruin it for everyone. I hope doesn't reflect the total overall product, and the audience was definitely on Chelsea Green's side. I will say that they were not having, they didn't like it. They were jeering this guy. He ended up walking out and leaving because people were very upset with him. A lot of people were really mad and heated at him for saying that. Like, and major props for Chelsea Green. And then she put it on blast. She took Wade Buswell's video and she promoted it like on Twitter, and then that's how all the wrestling news sites got it. It's got like 32,000 views already. And I'm not sure. I haven't read all the articles of how people are weighing in on this, but it's hard for them to know because they don't know the whole story. Maybe they think she was just going crazy because the video is really short. They don't know. And then she put up a post like, hey, how dare you attack me? Or I can't remember exactly what she said. I got a few viewers out there that will, educate me and put out what was really said. But she put something on Twitter like, I'm a performer. I don't deserve to be treated like that. Something like that. And I hope for the most part people agree with that. And but if they don't know the whole story, that's the whole story. He was very inappropriate, going into business for himself, making an ass of himself, and ruining it for the other people that all paid and were enjoying it and having a good time and loved seeing these incredible women's athletes in action. So that's my stance on it. I want to know what you guys think. Has there ever been times where the fans get a little too carried away in your mind? Do you remember any instances of this, or where people go into business for themselves or try to take over the show, or are just annoying the other fans because, like, it's cool. If you don't like a guy and you're cheering the bad guy, you're allowed to do that, but don't ruin it for everybody else. Like, really, like, that's cool. Just boo him. You don't gotta say, like, to the little kid beside you, that guy fucking sucks or something like that. Like, I hope most people, and from what I've seen, most of the fans are respectful and great audience members. And as always, on the W.I.L.L.I.W show, I want to hear from you guys. And make sure you like, or you get a leg drop, comment, or you get a clothesline, subscribe, or you get a suplex. I'm your host, Elian Habanero. I love wrestling. Cuba!